Good morning people, hello and welcome to another vlog episode of the India Darshan travel series. So right now I'm in my room out here in Honnavar, taking in the sunshine, and in about 5 minutes or so we'll wind up from here and start our move further towards Goa, and the stop for tonight is going to be Gokarna along the Konkan coast. Should be a short ride for 50 kilometers. Not sure about the duration because Google often seems to underestimate the ride duration. But anyways, it's not a very long distance, it's a short ride. So let's get going, let's enjoy the ride, and hopefully we'll get to see some coastal views as well. Let's get on to Gokarna. There's a mangrove forest here as well along the highway, but I think they are clearing it out to expand the width of the highway. This is pretty narrow and there's backwaters over there as well, so you can experience that as well. So it looks like we are doing a river crossing. There is a bridge up there. We'd likely go that way. Nice views. Going for a little bridge stroll to check the river. Parked a Fortuner just before the bridge to go and check it out. Nice and easy without the traffic. Two police officers came up to me, the highway patrol police, to do a welfare check. Very kind souls. They saw Fortuner parked here and I was standing there, so they were a bit worried what I was doing. I told them no, I'm just logging and taking a short break. Everything is okay. It looks like some people have committed suicide here, so they are being very vigilant, which is very nice of them. I was just enjoying the views of the river, so we had a fun time. They asked me where I was from, where I was going, like a typical welfare check, and then they left. So let's continue. The river is very nice and peaceful. It's very clean as well. So I was just enjoying the views. So cool. Let's continue forward. So I've been riding for under an hour. It's 10:50 right now. Gokarna is just 18 kilometers from here, and I took breaks in the middle as well, like the one at the river and this one, and one water break in the middle as well. So we are making good speed, we have a good pace, but still it's a short and sweet ride. And then soon we have to begin the hotel hunting yet again. But yeah, let's get going. 18 kilometers should be there in like less than half an hour. Really nice ride. Either these cows have not fully grown up yet, or the cows in this region are very teeny tiny. They look like very minion cows. There's so many of them. 5 of them, I guess. Full family. Bye cow. Interesting. Somewhere along the way when I saw the Gangavali river, I saw this one. And apparently now I have overshot by 18 kilometers. So I'm going back towards the South Gokarna near the Kudle Beach area. Should be okay. Just a half hour waste of time. But this happens when you are on the road. There was no board sign that said Gokarna after the mile marker. So I overshot it somehow. But okay, now we are on track. I'm seeing a lot of homestays pop up along the road as well, but we are far away from the beach and there's not much of a like shop area, restaurants or anything where you can find supplies. So I'm not planning to stay so far away from civilization, even if I have my vehicle, but I like to have some stuff in walking distance also. Finally made it very close to Gokarna, Om Beach and Kudle Beach area. I think I'm closer to Kudle Beach, and this is the hostel that I checked out the property, but the private rooms are a little bit on the premium side, so I found a homestay nearby. Called the host, they're coming over. It's a 1-minute walk from here, so they told me to meet them outside and then we can go check out the place. That seemed quite budget friendly, and there seems to be a jamun tree here as well. Oh yeah, lots of fresh jamun up there. Nice. So I'll wait for them, check that out. If that clicks, we'll have a place to stay for the night. Alright, so finally cracked a deal. Found myself a nice homestay, full air conditioned room with Wi-Fi. That's very close to the beach as well. So let's go settle in, and just like the previous places in the coastal areas in Kochi, etc. Well, not Kochi, but before that we are going through teeny tiny alleys, and then it's behind in that way. So you have to remember the route here, and by your side you can go to the beach side. There is food up until 11 p.m. so you can easily dine in there, and the beach is just like 200 meters from here, Kudle Beach. So that's also very convenient. Let's go settle in, turn on the aircon, and by your side they can help me with the laundry as well. So all good here. And Gokarna itself, they tell me it's a pretty small place. There is one temple, a Shiva cave, bunch of beaches, and you can actually trek around all the beaches. So there's a beach trek, and other than that, Gokarna, that's pretty much it. And the homestay host said you could go to Yana caves and Vibhuti falls and keep like a full day trip for that. So we'll do that later. Let's settle in for now. That's my private bathroom, nice big spacious room. Comes with an air conditioner, so we're going to turn it on in just a second. And they have a lounge area up front as well. So pretty nice place. Lots of greenery. There's a homestay cat also. Anyways, so we are going towards the beach side to try and orient ourselves what is where, and also have a bite to eat. And then there is this beach trek here for multi-beach trekking. I want to see what the trail looks like and then figure out when and how to do that. So it's mostly an orientation walk, and then at some point we'll go for a swim at the beach as well. Pretty maze-like path, which is good. There are board signs here because there's a lot of these like resorts and homestays and properties cropping all up. So you have to find like teeny tiny alleyways behind them to be able to get to the beach. The beach is really close. It's just that orientation here takes a little bit of time, and Google Maps is useless because this is not an official route per se. But I guess we are very close to the beach now. Some small diners and shacks all around, and that's pretty much the beach. and lifeguards on duty. Nice. Waves seem pretty strong, but the views are nice. This is nice and not very crowded right now because it's heat time. So we'll grab a bite to eat, change up into swimming wear, enjoy a nice peaceful swim, and then the homestay host sent me the location for a Shiva cave somewhere close by. Walking is going to take a while because it's up and down the hilly area. Going to go for a nice evening ride and check out a few spots along the way. Let's go grab a bite to eat. That was a nice lunch with a great view, and I had a furry companion to give me company towards the end of it, and that's pretty cool. And I asked Bhaiya about the beach trek, so he says Om Beach is this way about a kilometer. It's a nice and easy trek. I can already see the trek there. Few steps, a little bit of forest, and you'll be at the Om Beach. The others are pretty far away. That's why the homestay helper Bhaiya was saying it takes about 2 hours or so. So, and he says it's better that some trails are shown on Google Maps. It's better to use that, because if you try to do it by yourself, like randomly following around, it's very easy to get lost as you climb the cliffs. So we'll see. We have to start this around 7 a.m. or so at some point, so maybe some other day. But for now, let's enjoy swim here, and then we'll see what we do after that. Let's go change and enjoy a nice swim. Time to go to the beach for a evening swim and maybe catch the sunset as well. But before we get into the water, I have a little side quest that I want to do. So I will be doing this mini easy trek all the way to Om Beach, which is a neighbor beach from here, and everybody says it's a nice and easy 15-20 minute trek. So we'll do that. We'll check out the views of Om Beach, and then we'll come back and swim in Kudle Beach. The trek continues all the way to other beaches as well, but towards the end, like Paradise Beach and stuff, it gets quite rocky. So when I do the proper beach trek, I will be in trekking gear, not swimming gear, to safeguard myself. So for now, we're gonna do like a mini trek and then come back. This is the homestay host said that the Kudle Beach is the best one to swim, and anyways it's closest to my homestay, so that's the perfect place to get wet in the water. So let's see what the trek looks like. I'm very curious. Boop. These days I'm meeting a lot more cats. Well, actually in Gokarna I'm meeting a lot more cats and cows. I met a furry friend, but he's not very sure, but she's quite sure. Super friendly and super tiny. Let her be. Let's continue on with the trek. Nice, found the trail. 4:25. I've already done 5.2k steps for the day. Let's get to Om Beach and see what the stats look like. Found a furry friend. He seems curious enough to tag along. He rejected my proposal to tag along for the hike. He said he is done hiking for the day. He's done enough steps for the day. Time to go chill at the beach. So I'm going at it alone. The trek experience overall is quite good. It's also lush green, a bit humid but not hot. But the amount of trash that is along the trail, that is annoying. Why? Could have kept it clean. But anyways, there's no trash bin here, so we're gonna continue the trek. It was a little bit confusing. Came out to a parking area and Bhaiya says go straight, so have to figure out which way straight, but somewhere here. Not quite sure if I'm going the right way. but it looks like a trail to me, so we're gonna keep going forward for a little bit. Let's see what's on the other side of these rocks. I see some signs, slippers, trash and stuff, so maybe people have gone that way. I think we are back on the trail. This looks like it's going towards the beach side. That side is the cliff and the ocean anyway. Here they have done some markings, although this disappears further down, but anyways, it's good to reaffirm that we are on the trail. The terrain is a little bit rocky, so don't come in like flip-flops all together. Have something somewhat decent, otherwise you can easily twist your ankle here. Looks like we made it in about 15-20 minutes. It's 4:47. We're headed down towards the beach to check it out. Nice, pretty dramatic views because of the lava rocks and lashing waves on the rocks. There is a mini island over there, and swimming is prohibited here because the waves are strong and it's very rocky, so it's not a safe place to swim. Anyways, it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna take in the views and then start heading back to Kudle and enjoy the swim over there. Looks like I'm going down a different route, although still on track. That's the Kudle Beach right there, and they are making this road here, but this gives a nice aerial view of the entire beach. I am guessing there is a similar viewpoint for Om Beach as well, so you can see the actual Om formation, because if you're on the beach on top of the rocks themselves, then you won't see much unless you have like a way to get a drone shot, but maybe we'll try that some other day when we are doing the full beach trek. So this was a nice teaser trailer of what the beach trek looks like, and I'm told the entire through trek would take about 2.5 hours plus stops at the beaches, whatever you take, one way. So we're gonna keep half a day for that at least, but for now it was a nice warm up teaser sunset trek. Now that we are all sweaty, now we're going to take a dunk in the sea right away and enjoy the sunset view. Another day, another cute doggo on this ride. She found me, she found my bag, decided to anchor down here and waited for me to return. So cool, so friendly.